at the
Knees, feet,
beginning.
arms sweaty.
Mom's cold spaghetti. But you ready to go?
I'm
Ready to
ready to
get this thing started?
get
Oh,
this little
yeah.
thing cracking.
Right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we review movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
And I'm Jason.
And we are here for episode 179. We are doing a film neither one of us saw prior to this review. So this is going to be very interesting because it was definitely outside of our wheelhouse. We are going to do the 2003 movie called TipToes. And for some strange reason, I thought it was called Tiptoe. I didn't realize the S at the end, which is kind of wild. Yeah. This movie has nothing to do with toes. Nothing to do with toes.
I mean, depending on if you're reaching for something in certain cabinets, maybe. Or maybe the tops, maybe the countertop space. You need to get on your tiptoes to get up there. I don't know.
I don't, okay. But for anybody who is joining us for the first time, this episode is going to be very sarcastic. So I want to go ahead and put a warning out there right now. The jokes are going to fly, and we are not going to hold anything back or keep it short with y'all. We're going to make sure it's entertaining and have a good time, but also be respectful of the individuals that we will be speaking about in this review. But before we get started, I want to say next week for episode 180, we will be doing Back to the Future. And please be sure to check out our episode that dropped this past week, 178, Gen V Season 2. All right. Jason, are you ready to get into this episode? I know you're ready. You're probably like, Jazz, what the hell? No more recommendations from you. I will take full responsibility. And I wanted to start this episode off by giving my homeboy Josh a shout out, who sent me the link to a podcast where Matthew McConaughey was on discussing this movie. The podcast was called Two Bears, One Cave. And I saw the trailer and I was just like, oh, this would be funny to review. This is like a nice little spoof film. And then I sent the link to Jason. Jason was like, yeah, put it on November. I was like, oh shit, okay. We getting it in there quick. Jason, coming into this movie, what were your expectations or what did you think this movie was going to be about?
Nothing short of a classic. I, uh, it didn't have a lot of tall shoes or tall orders to fill to make this to get us to get what we needed from this. So looking at the trailer, I don't know what I really expected. I didn't know if it was gonna go romantic comedy vibe, if it was gonna be the serious vibe. You know, there's a lot of different tone shifts in this movie. What did you expect when watching this film?
Man, I was expecting a spoof film. I explained to my dad what we were gonna review, and saying it out loud, I was like, "Oh, we gonna have a ball with this shit. The jokes are gonna fly." And my dad was like, "Wait, what? Dwarfs and a dude keeping his family from his fiance? Like that's kind of crazy. It's messy." But I was just like, "This might be a good time." I saw the cast because the cast list is stacked. Like you
It
have
is.
a lot of people in this movie, and just to name off a few, you have Matthew McConaughey, Peter Dinklage, Kate Beckinsale, Patricia Arquette with fucking braids, and Gary Oldman, and also the only David Allen Greer, all in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, because I mean, this, so the plot of the movie is a typical movie, right?
Yeah.
It would like if we've seen this movie 100 times. But my question was, do you think this is the movie that impacted how we see little people?
So I don't think this is the movie that change the views on how people see it. I think this movie was made to display how little people are seen. So
Mm.
I think it was pretty much a after,
Do you
like
think it
a
was? You think it was Austin Powers?
no, because you still had the leprechaun. I mean, he was evil, so let me take that back. You still had you had other movies that had little people in it, but this one was on a broader scale. And I would say the thing that I appreciate about this film is that it told a story that I can say I've never seen before, coming from a different point of view. Because I mean, we have seen this kind of thing before, but we haven't seen it from this point of view. Jason, why are you laughing? Oh my God. I'm being honest because I was just like, this is so interesting because
I ain't seen that point of view in about 30 years. You're right.
listen, well, I'm 29, so I'm gonna say probably 24 years, but I can't remember that. But I mean, it just did it not make you feel like you were in somebody else's shoes watching this?
I felt like Roscoe from the Martin Show. Because I'm just, I don't,
Yo.
I don't know. Because I don't understand. Because how is this not a spoof film? Because Gary Oldman had other issues beyond being a dwarf. Because
Listen,
I'm just saying, I'm. It was maybe this, maybe this is the film that that the Wayans brother was like, we could do that better than that. We can make Little Man. We can do that.
what year did Little Man drop?
Let's find out.
Okay, while you look that up, I'm gonna say this. Now, I feel like in this movie we have multiple storylines happening at once, but then you also have them combining with each other. And so, oh my God, Chase, you are not gonna laugh this entire episode.
It was
What?
three. It was 2006.
Oh, so damn. So this movie could have, you might be right, it could have inspired Little Man,
It could have.
but he
It
was
could
a
have.
baby. He was pretending to be a baby though. Nobody in
I'm
this.
just. I'm just saying. So you. I mean. So I mean. Under. Could the technic could technology have advanced that much from 2002 to 2006? Possibly. In 4 years' time, it could have advanced that much where they couldn't just put Gary Oldman's face on a dwarf as opposed to have this man walking on his knees, giving the performance of a lifetime. I thought I thought he was a great Harvey, not Harvey, but a great Commissioner Dent. But I don't know.
He was
This may
also a
top
great
that.
Dracula. He was a great Dracula and Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I don't know if I would say this was his best performance, but he sold it.
Mm, not best performance, a
Greatest.
performance of a lifetime.
But
That's a little different.
how many people have portrayed themselves as a dwarf in a movie? Because they normally actually get dwarves to be in those roles. Like Peter did. Come on, man.
Where was they at? They could. They, man, I'm just, Jay. I'm just saying, Jay. In all honesty, like, what made them say Gary Oldman? Like, they just Vern Troyer was there.
There
Warwick
were
Davis
there were a
was
lot of available
there.
options. But do you
My
think
man from Friday, he was out there.
oh shit, we didn't have any black dwarves in this? Oh, they didn't attend the event? I'm not gonna say they were racist because David Allen Greer was there. He was smashing them. Well, just one, Sally. We're gonna get to Sally. But hold
Would you? So that was another question I had. So
on.
you said that you would smash a man who lost a leg. But
No.
would you date a midget? I'm going move. Would you
Wait,
date a dwarf?
no, I wouldn't.
Not a dwarf. So a one-leg man is okay,
But
but
you
a
got to
dwarf.
remember, like the what the one leg man looked like. He still go to the gym. He got some height to him, and like his arms is strong. So yes, that leg ain't stopping nothing. I, no, I wouldn't date a dwarf. Would you date a dwarf?
No, this is too much like it looks too much like a kid. Respectfully, we have some friends that are like they got some dwarf fetishes.
Yes, capo. Oh,
No.
oh, some other. Oh, look. I mean, everybody. Look, everybody
In
has
the
their
movie
things.
chat. In the movie chat.
What? The Discord? Oh, I gotta expose somebody tonight. Which one of y'all? But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But
Which one of y'all?
back to the movie. Let's talk about Steven, who was played by Matthew McConaughey. Now, I've never seen a movie where I did not like his character. He always was on the up and up. But in this, he was trash as hell, in my opinion.
I, he was a bit more complicated um than trash, in
Oh,
my opinion. I felt his character arc was complicated.
oh, okay. Let's discuss.
Because like I said, we've seen this movie 100 times. You may have the movie where it's the biracial one that didn't want the people to know, um, like about either how either the mom or the dad was, or maybe these different things. But in Steven's case, he was a dwarf. He was born of doors, and that was something that he hadn't fully comprehended, not comprehended, but fully accepted. So when you can't accept yourself, it's kind of hard to then begin to fall in love or be in a situation with somebody if you can't even accept it, because he never even told her about the family. It was just happenstance type of situation.
Yeah, because she was just like, why would you not tell me? He's like, I never thought it was important. You didn't think telling me your family was full of dwarves wasn't important. Like, you obviously never introduced her to your family, and you never talked about her to your family either. So it's just like a disconnect. Like, how long did you think that was going to go if we're engaged to get married? And then when she's pillow talking with Steven was terrible for Carol this entire movie. Their pillow talking was just bad. She's like, by the way, honey, I'm pregnant. He said, how you get that? It's like, what?
I've been there. It's you know, I, it's a real conversation. At that point, you gotta be like, oh, wait, because I mean, there's nothing worse than a pregnancy scare than the pregnancy.
I mean, a cancer scare seems like it might be scarier.
Mm, I can't relate to that one, but you're
Yeah.
right. But we talking about within this realm.
His reaction was kind of wild. And he
I,
kept
I,
his like, so you want to keep it? Like,
so
let me wake you up.
this one of them. Yeah, this is one of them. I was just kind of like this. I was like, this is a super cringe movie, but it felt real. It felt real. Bless you.
Thank you. So I really wish the tone of this was a lot less comedic and a lot more serious because I feel like a lot of the points would have been received a lot better because like you said, it just seemed like it was a up and down with the tone. And I'm like, I kind of wish I wasn't trying to be funny at certain scenes.
But
Or
life
how
be
she
fun.
was
But life
not
be funny like that.
nah.
So we're gonna get to it in a few weeks. But you mentioned one battle after another in this movie were on like two different spectrums, but in my opinion, it really wasn't. It was two movies. I don't think they really took themselves seriously while serious stuff was going on at the same exact time. Like I think the movies kind of knew what they were. Now I will say with this movie that I don't know if there was a third act, a prologue, because I feel like the third act was the wedding, and then everything after that was like a prologue where it was like, damn, we gotta tie this movie up. What we gonna do next? This nigga, what?
Yeah. Did it seem like it was an hour and a half or did it seem longer?
No, it felt longer. That's why I was like, okay, shit, we at the wedding. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I'm like, whoa. I clicked there like, damn, we got 20 more minutes. What's gonna happen in 20 minutes?
Baby, boom. Split up, boom. Fall in love with who you're supposed to be with, boom. Yeah. But I feel like some of that was kind of foreshadowing. Like
I do too.
he he just never seemed interested at all. And she was just like, even though at the beginning when she found out that he did have dwarfs, he was, a family full of dwarfs, she started to open up herself and be more sympathetic and understanding to the situation. Cause she was just like, excuse me, dwarfs is the wrong term. Uh no.
No, she was saying the M word.
Okay. Is that a is is that a word like no one speaks on it? Well, we talking about a movie, and then a movie she said midgets, and he was just like, stop saying that. And then after a while, she finally updated her vocabulary when speaking about them, and then also correcting other people who were saying it wrong around her. But she seemed to also baby him so much and give him the benefit of the doubt after he was on some fuck shit, lying, keeping secrets. Like I just the casting. I love Matthew McConaughey, and seeing him in this role, I was just like, y'all should have got an ain't shit person for this. Matthew's too pure for this. And that, like, I was just like, he's too pure to be this asshole right now. You couldn't find anybody else that could be the asshole Kate
It sa-
Beckinsale needed.
it sounded like he did what he needed to do then.
No, I was like, stop. I don't trust this is you. I was like, this is not Matthew. Matthew
He's
would
not the real
never leave
him.
his wife and child just to like to and then feel away when she's just like, you need to go to therapy and just roll over. Like Matthew would never.
But sometimes your family got a bad vibe and you gotta leave.
He goes to events with his family every other weekend. So how bad is the vibe? You out there dancing while you
Well,
lying to her saying
he
you
was
are
born,
somewhere else.
not them. I'm I'm talking about the family you created. Sometimes the one you create, hey,
Yo. Yo, a
sometimes,
new family is bad vibes.
sometimes you get in a situation and you like, you know what? No, it's not working. And she don't want to go to that clinic I asked her about.
He asked her so many times, like, you sure
We can
this what you
adopt.
want? He was giving her options. I'm like, Carol, the red flags are going off. He is not sticking around. But I feel like if she had friends, they would have probably told her. Like it was, I was like, damn, because she asked him, like, all right, so if your family is dwarfs, that means our child could possibly be a dwarf. And then that's where I feel like the tone of the movie definitely changed to, I wish, a more serious tone, because you are talking about something that's a serious conversation for people to have, but it just seemed like it was keeping that quirky comedy. And I was just like, this seems like an important topic. Because, of course, when you are with somebody, you want to know their family history, medical history, because that can be passed down to your child. So this movie was covering very important topics that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people probably don't have with their partners. They like, how much money you got? His whole family is giving Big Mama vibes, and they all got health conditions. So I mean, it's just like stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, this is serious.
I mean, but you don't. But honestly, sometimes you don't even think about stuff like that because you're so entrenched in the person that you're with. You're not even thinking about health history, the family down the line, and different stuff that goes on. Like I definitely, I'm agreeing with you. It definitely deals with a lot of serious stuff. Um, I do have a child that was like she was prematurely born, and she was born with some health conditions that's going to be ongoing for the rest of her life. And it wasn't necessarily something that we passed like through hereditary. It was just something that happened through childbirth. Um, and a lot of these questions are things that you have to. So when I started looking at it, I'm like, okay, I see it on both. Like I can see like the comic aspect of it because you don't something like that it can really get serious. Like that's something that you have to deal with all the time. It is a hard process. If y'all not on the same page, it will not work. Um, be, but when you have a kid with somebody, it's a different process together because first, me and you have to be able to work with one another. Like if me and you don't work, we already in the wrong. We already on the wrong. Our base is already fucked up. So adding anything into it, now we're talking about adding a kid into this situation, and now we're talking about health effects. Because he was saying, the baby cries all the time because it hurts because of how the bones and stuff. And like I said, a lot of stuff in here that they were giving us, I was like, damn, I didn't know that. I just don't
Right.
know that many. I don't know that many dwarfs. Like I've seen them. Sometimes and if you see them and things like that, but I've never had. I couldn't call one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, having a dwarf phone call. Yo, having a dwarf phone call. Yo, all right. No, you're right. I felt the same way because I was just like, when Carol went to speak with his family and they were just telling her, they were just like, opening up that community and saying it's going to be difficult, but we're here. We know doctors. And so she was getting more support from his brother and family than she was from him. And he was such a villain. And he was trying to gaslight her because she was just like, is this what you want? He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You just trying to break up with me? Is this what you want to do? I'm like, oh my God, Matthew, this is not you. This is not you. You are not this guy. I wish I would have got a list of people that would have made more sense in this role because Matthew is too pure. He is just too motherfucking pure. You probably could have got Leo. Leo got some. Like, no, I'm not saying Leo's a better actor. Well, I'm not. He is, but Matthew is great. But Matthew is just too pure. He's the one where you got to pull a Nino Brown during the race war if you got to take him out. Like a tear is gonna fall down my eye for Matthew. But then I'll just think of this role and I'll be like, you fuck things up with Carol.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, he did. So because I don't even like I said, going into this is a roller coaster of a film because you just don't know which way or where it's going. Because like when he's getting ready to go to to the dance or whatever wherever they go to every weekend. Um, she's about to give him fellatio, and I'm like, that's kind of when I was like, that was kind of I'm like, bro, he either real family oriented or I never even it never two and two never put in my head he didn't really fuck with her like that until he was going to um somebody was throwing a party. I think
It was the second
um
party, and she was like, "I really want you to come," and he started inviting his students.
he invited the student. I'm like, whoa, you gonna bring a chick to the party with you?
I didn't understand that scene because, like, when she was on the phone, she was like, "I really want you to go." He was like, "Oh, my battery going dead," and then he throws his phone. I was just like, "What?"
Bruh,
I was like, "What is Matthew? What are you? What is this?"
that nigga was mad. That
But
man
like,
was mad.
he just seemed to be upset with her all the time when she was just trying to.
He never tried to break up with nobody,
They don't
but
leave.
but you wanted them to break up with you.
Wait, wait, what?
You ain't never tried to force the breakup, but like have them break up with you.
No, if I'm ready to leave, I'll just
Mm.
I I do a strong breakup if it's like serious, but if it's just like,
Wait,
yeah,
wait, what's the soft breakup?
that's when you ghost. That's I used not my breakups used to be like because I used to like I don't like the confrontation because I'm just like he goes snap like don't try to talk me back into this situation. So I delay my texts. I'd be like, especially when you know it's a situation like I need to leave, but I'm not strong enough to leave because he got me hooked. So it's just like, let me just not text that often and ghost them. That doesn't work with niggas because they'll come back every time. But I've gotten better. That was young Jazz that you should just like ghost niggas. I don't.
But you like if you they thought they more than like let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Of the niggas that you kind of like, how many of them watch Scream with you?
None of them.
Damn,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
That's interesting. Is it because you just like this is mine, I'm not sharing it, or is it that y'all never
No,
got to the point of I'm
no.
gonna
We watch
I'm
horror
gonna
movies together. It
just not scream?
so it was normally the one who I was on and off with for the longest time. He never really wanted to watch anything with me that I had seen before because he didn't
Mm.
want me to know what was going to happen. So it always had to be something he's never seen or something that I've never seen. And of course, I've
I
seen
get,
Scream.
I kind of get that.
Nah, it's stupid. It's kind of dumb.
But my point I was trying to get to was maybe these niggas know that you into horror movies, so that they just keep coming back. Like either you going, it'll be less jump scare and more. Okay, I'm used to this now. This is
That is
just
so toxic. That is so toxic. Like she done dealt with my shit already. She know what to do. She's immune to it by now. Damn, Jason, you might be right.
the
But
toxic whisperer.
yeah. Cause I just had one recently and I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? But I'm staying strong. I am staying strong. I'm like, you wasting your time. But I feel like the more rejection I give, he wants to come stronger. And I'm just
I mean,
like,
because that's how that's how. Let me not say we, because if I get rejected, it's going about my business. But oftentimes, I think the male ego um, doesn't allow them to be deterred by a few deterrents. So they got to shoot. I mean, you got to sometimes you got to just do be direct. Like, hey, this just ain't. You can't mention no boyfriends. You can't mention no husbands because I don't care about that. I just,
They don't.
you ain't got you can't have friends. No, no, it ain't crazy. Like, no. Why need friends for? What I got friends, nigga.
Have you ever like reached out to a woman and asked her either yearly or every other year, like why she's single?
No, for what?
Is that kind of strict? Okay.
I don't even like. I'm not a dirty maker, but I'm down. I don't care if she's single. If I
Not,
want her,
I,
oh, that's not what you meant.
no. I just, yeah. Because somebody
But I'm
asked
not
me
checking.
recently.
I'm not checking up on her status neither.
Okay, yeah. That's so I'm just like, I ain't think niggas did that, but they do.
I check timelines. I don't need you to tell me. I knew you and that nigga broke up. I seen it.
Bruh.
You went out. You had a whole bunch of religious. You went. You went from.
God got me. He gonna heal my broken heart. It's like, oh, she
they be
going through it.
they be they be happy together. New house, new car, new baby. Now you at the gym. Now it's coffee. Now you out with the girls. God, it's a new scripture on the thing. Oh yeah, I know y'all, bro. I know. I
Is
know.
that
It ain't.
is that the
It's
steps of
not.
a breakup?
It's not going well. I don't know about breakup, but it's not going well.
That's crazy.
It's not going well.
I wonder what my timeline look like to somebody. They see my story. Because I listen to R&B sad music all year round.
Chaos. Your story look like chaos.
Oh yeah, they do. You know what would be crazy what niggas do now? They be sending you relationship reels. Like,
What?
yes, relationship reels. It's crazy in the DMs. I'm like, here we go with this. It'd be some shit like, you know what make a good woman this, or you bless my sister. You deserve the world. I just be like, okay.
I hate those. What make a good man. Who cares? Nigga, I'm looking for a hoe anyway.
Right. Well, Maurice, who was Peter Dinklage's character, he was probably looking for a hoe as well, but he found the love of his life in Patricia Arquette, who was lucky with braids. Why they had her in braids?
Them Bo Derricks.
I was just like, what am I looking at? What did you
I
think
didn't
about?
understand their relationship.
Oh damn. I was hoping you did because I didn't either, but I thought it was just another storyline to see what individuals in that situation go through because he had the medical conditions and he also didn't like how the organization was trying to push the whole dwarf all happy type of narrative, and he just I guess he wanted to be more um he wanted to be more radical is what the term Rolfe used. So what did you think about the
Yeah,
dynamic between those two?
um, damn, I can't even. I was trying to look it up on here. It kind of reminded me of Regina King and old boy from
Poetic justice.
Poetic Justice. That's what they kind of reminded me of. It was just so up and down, up and down. We good now. They beating up the hotel clerk. Um, but that was I appreciated that scene because I don't know if we knew. I think we knew Carol was pregnant, and he was saying the different things that they have to go through.
Yeah,
And either I don't know if the scene of Peter's character, Maurice's character being sick happened first, or if it was after.
it was after.
But okay, got you. So we see he in the not hospital. He's in the hotel. And he's dealing with ulcers, and he's dealing with I think it's a spine
Mm-hmm.
issue. But they were just saying all the different things that he's dealing with. Then we find out that they are doped up all the time. Very similar to how the kids do the codeine because it was basically he was mixing up cough medicine and and
Cognac.
cognac, uh, uh, codeine, not codeine, but yeah, codeine and cognac. He was mixing them up as a drink. Talking about this is just a little elixir that I take, and that was to ease the pain
Right.
that he was dealing with. And I was like, man, this is kind of crazy. But it yeah, I don't yeah.
I mean, because looking at some of the struggles and obstacles that they went through, it's kind of similar to the shit some people that are non-dwarfs go through. Because when you saw Ralph and Sally, Ralph ended up in the closet. Sally, like, hold on, stay right here. Let me get him out of here. Sally was a wild girl. She was a wild girl because, ma'am, whew, she was doing Ralph wrong. But that was his high school sweetheart. Your high school sweetheart, you're going to deal with bullshit, I guess. I mean, I don't know. No? Yes?
I just want to go for mine, maybe.
Oh, wait. Oh, nah. I was trying to think. My high school crush was different from my high school sweetheart.
Wasn't they're not the same people?
No. The high school
Hmm.
crush came first.
Got you. Got you. Um, but yeah, I don't the whole situation with Sally, did R. Kelly infringe upon this? Because that's what his movie, that's what Trap in the Closet was about.
He had a midget. Oh, excuse me. He had a dwarf in there too. Remember under the
Eating
kid?
pie.
Oh my God. Trapped in a closet was a wild, wild time. Woo. You know what? But Trapped in a Closet was years after this movie, if I'm not
Not that many.
mistaken. Not
No,
that
you
many.
mistaken.
What year did
Mm-mm.
Trapped in a Closet drop?
Let's find out. I want to say 2004, but maybe 2008.
Oh, but that's still after this movie.
That's what I said. I said I wonder if he stole it. 2005.
He was inspired.
So 2 years. So 3 years later.
Mm, I mean, possibly. It's because it's, I mean, you don't really see too many dwarfs in movies that often. Outside of course, Peter Dinklage. And I feel like with Game of Thrones, like, but he was just amazing in it. I mean, he was good in this too. His character
His
was a bit
dwarfs don't
annoying.
his dwarfs don't fuck with him. So we
What?
yeah, no, they say he be closing. They
Peter
got a
do?
little problem.
Oh, not a little problem.
They say he be closing doors. They don't appreciate him because he was like speaking against some of the stuff that they were doing for dwarfs, and he felt it was he spoke out against Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs,
Oh, okay.
and they said you cut off jobs from people from us because you wanted to speak out against how they were going to utilize us in the picture. So I don't know how they what they did or what how they did it, but yeah, he spoke out against it.
Damn.
I'm trying to get that pulled up because I knew it was something that happened within it. I'm trying to get that pulled up though.
Mm. Because when you think of like dwarves, I immediately think of Snow White, and of course, like the Oompa Loompas. But like when I think of like a mass group. But would you be would you be interested in seeing this movie, the same movie, but in a more serious tone?
Still about dwarves, it can be changed the social issue.
No, it's the same movie, but we're keeping our tone. We're changing our
Okay.
tone to something serious.
Can we also get a dwarf for Gary's character or for
Yes,
Rolfe's
that's
character?
fine. We can
Yeah,
definitely do that.
I'll do that. But I also think you don't think this will work with like A biracial couple,
So
like Rashida Jones.
is it still dwarfs?
No, 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 no. Like you've been dating her as a black woman, but then like you find out
Like Rachel, was it Rachel Dozer?
Rachel knows all. Like you be like, wait. Like wait.
The only reason I would rather see the dwarf story just because it is a point of view I am not familiar with. And I think it would be interesting to learn some of the complications and things that they go through. So I know I don't want to see Rashida Jones portraying herself as what a black woman, but half of her family is white. I mean, like you said earlier, we've seen those movies before. So nah, I don't need to see that. But
Oh wow. Okay. So what he did, so I just go back to that point about Peter and what he said about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Quote, they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but they're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense. So he felt as if, of course, um, that was backward using dwarfs in their story. So allegedly, they didn't use any dwarfs in the film. Um, and they said that provided a rare, high-profile role where they could have put some dwarves in those, and they didn't because possibly because of what he said.
I can understand the outrage in that. But then I'm wondering, like, as a studio, why did you
Do the movie.
no, why did you go down that route to where you decided not to get Doors for that role because of what he said? I guess what kind of backlash would you have gotten if you actually casted dwarves in the Seven Dwarfs?
I mean, I guess it's one of them things where it's Disney, so but they probably were too reactive. Seeing you know one speak but doesn't speak for all. So it would have been like, you know what I'm saying? We see this with a franchise that we love, and we see how people react and how different things go with that. So because of one bad apple can't ruin everything in that situation. So
They probably just needed an excuse to where they said, well, we ain't got to pay seven different dwarves and we can just not pay any, that
he
which
probably
became
his
cheaper for the studio.
they probably hit him up and he was like, I'd be damned. Going from going from Tyrion to goddamn Sleepy.
I wouldn't
I'm not
even,
doing that.
yo, I wouldn't either. Kind of shit is that? Like, what? Nah, I don't blame him.
He give
But
me Doc, bitch.
I don't, wasn't there one called Angry?
I think happy, dopey, sleepy, sad, angry. I think
I don't,
angry.
I don't think there was one called Sad. There was
Sad?
an, nigga, you're just saying our moods. There was not a dwarf
Oh,
called
okay.
Sad.
That's it was Inside Out, my bad.
Oh my gosh, getting movies mixed up. But
I'm tripping on this.
we got a scene where you had Maurice and Lucky about to smash in the same room with Rolfe right there when he's trying to go to sleep. Have you ever been in that situation before?
What situation is that exactly?
You know the scene where you in the same room as with a friend and they about to smash somebody.
No, I don't think so. Not that I can recall at least. I think most of my friends in their day they would they have some decorum and would leave and go elsewhere. What about you?
Yeah, no, mm-mm, none of that. But I do remember some people, either high school or college, say they was like, would be in the same room, or was no, no. I had to think, but no, no.
I've heard that too, where where people would be doing it, and the guys said they was slapping, high fiving, and slapping each other,
That's an
girls.
orgy, ain't it?
They didn't switch. They just touched.
Yeah, I ain't got no friendships like that.
My my body don't react like that.
Mine don't either.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Oh my, oh no.
I'd be shocked. I'd be like, don't look over here.
Now, in college, you know how to like some dorms, they're adjacent. So like this is one room, this is one room. And
Hmm.
I've had a situation where everybody's just in their respective spaces and things are
Oh,
going on.
oh yeah. No, that's something different.
Man, I'm leaving out. This nigga, he sniper position eating it. What the fuck?
His door was open?
There's no door. That's why I said it's just open space. You can walk from one room to the other room. I didn't
Oh,
stay in a dorm room. I was in their dorm rooms.
oh, okay. Yeah, nah. We had our own room with a door.
Oh
So
yeah, nah, the college man, nah. Then, but shit, until like when they was in the school we went to when they got moved over, there's like I can't think of what the dorm was, but it was like the freshman and sophomore dorms. Those dorms, there was no, it's two twin beds in one room. That's it. Like there's no door. You can put like a divider up so you can not see each other or whatever y'all do in the bathroom, but there wasn't. But then you get to the next dorm, then each person had their own door, but y'all shared the common space. You just had your
right.
own bedroom. So I
Okay.
never stayed on campus, so I missed out on that life.
It was it was pretty cool. I did have a question. The brotherhood twin energy that Ralph and Steve had, did it seem like it was strong or more so like they were kind of distant?
This ain't distant. Um, because because in the beginning we see Rolfe. Um, Rolfe is they're taking this road trip and we're not sure why. Like it just seems like a very long. I'm assuming they took this trip from their in the woods cabin that they were living in. Like they went from there to the actual
I
whatever
think
gathering that they went to. Um, so when they actually get there, like I said, Rolfe is late to the actual place. Then Steven comes out and he's talking to him. So when they speak to each other, it seems like they have a relationship, but it's not much of a relationship. It's just like it almost felt like seeing a friend from high school 20 years ago, somebody you was actually cool with in school, but y'all stopped talking and y'all seen each other again and y'all caught back up to whatever was, whatever stopped at that time.
hmm.
Did you feel
Yeah.
that?
I mean, it definitely seemed like Ralph was the oldest twin. And I say that's just like I know because it was when Steven came up to him, was just like, let's go out and have some drinks. And Ralph was like, man, I'm tired. But what about tomorrow? And then like obviously Ralph was a lot more responsible because he was, of course, helping Carol with the kid, being responsible. And he was just like, go back to sleep. I'll watch him. She didn't get that kind of energy from Steven. And just being a supportive brother-in-law in that situation. But yeah, I don't know. Steven just, but like you said, he was just battling his, was it, I'm not going to say that it was his, mm, I don't know. It was something that he had towards dwarfs, but he would go to events four dwarfs. So I guess he was ashamed of them, or I wasn't
I
exactly
think
sure.
I think it's like, man, I think it's shame to an extent. Like, I support it. I just don't want to be in it. I don't want to be a part of whatever this is type of thing. Cause like I say, it's because it was a weird dynamic. But then again, I don't know. Maybe he was trying to run from that part of his life, like strip that part all the way down,
Yeah.
all together. Like, I'm not. This isn't. That's not a part of me. That's what life was. This is what my life is. I create. I'm manifesting the things that are in front of me as they are, type situation.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense because they didn't really go into where this animosity came from and why he was that way. Because if you are the only one in your family that's you do not appear as a dwarf, so it's just like I guess maybe he felt like was I the lucky one? But then he said Ralph was able to get some before he was. Ralph lost his virginity before him. I guess that's a thing men talk
Yeah, I
about.
mean, it's probably. I mean, yeah, for sure. No, y'all, like y'all talk about. I mean, y'all talk about that.
I go to Bible study, Jason. We'll talk about that kind of stuff.
That shit, that's what they be talking about. It. Them Bible told us Bible thumpers be really thumping.
Bible thumper is such a funny phrase.
Like, yeah, them some real thumpers there. But yeah, I feel like if anything, he was battling who or what he was, like an
Self hate.
identity issue. Like how, yeah, yeah.
Self hate.
Like how can how did I become this and they became that? Because it was like he defended them, but at the same time he was ashamed of them at the same exact time.
Yeah.
It's almost like being a biracial and you know.
No, I don't know. I don't. I don't know.
Kind of, standing up, standing for black issues, but not really wanting to deal with black people. Kind of like,
Well,
some self identity, some some self identity issues in there.
woo, man, yeah, possibly. I guess, and but he didn't seem like he was overcompensating either. So
Mm, I don't know because he was always working and he didn't deal with
wait,
he didn't really, he didn't. What
so always working means that you are overcompensating?
I'm not gonna say you overcompensating, but oftentimes when people are working a lot, you try to see what the goal. I mean, I get it depends on the intent. Let me not say it's always. I do think the intent matters in those situations because he from outside looking in, he had everything he needed or wanted. Like he was ready for like a family. It looked as if he was ready for a family.
No, he wasn't. That man was not ready for no family. He was just trying to enjoy life, get him some at night, and then go do his training. Soon as she said baby, he was just like, you sure that's what you want? I think you're trying to make a political statement, which is so crazy because, like, where did you even come from to even say that? Like, I was like, Steven, why are you this way? This is not you, Matthew. This is not you.
You gotta
I
let that go,
know.
man.
I know.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I didn't feel sorry for him at the end of this movie. I'm glad that she
You know,
finally stood up to him. What? You giving him bail?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, because I kind of understood at the end of it why he was, why he was who he was, sort of. Because like I said, because you get to the last, like I said, you get to the third act, they get married. For some reason, she kisses him at the wedding. That was weird.
Her brother-in-law?
Yes, yes, she kisses him on the lips though.
Because she knew what was gonna come next. She said,
I didn't, but then that's when I was like, wait, are they gonna be together? Is that what's about to happen here?
that's if you would have gave us less Maurice and Lucky and more of Carol and the brother, Ralph, I think it probably would have been able to come together more because I was like, because it took me a while to think like, ain't no way she about to go for Ralph. Like, nah, he's just being a supportive brother-in-law. And then that last scene, you can kiss me if you want. But he was a step, he was the brother-in-law
Step
that stepped
step
up.
brother-in-law that stepped up. That was insane. Actually, that was very insane because you have the battle between them two, Carol and Steven. He was like, I just think I do better away from y'all. Like,
Yo, that is so crazy to say. Like our baby is crying and you like, yo, I gotta go because I'm not dealing with this.
I understand though.
But no, no, nigga, like
You ain't been there. You ain't been
you're
there
right,
yet.
you're right. Yet
You'd be like,
remove
man,
that shit.
you'd be like, man, you know what? I'm done with it.
You can't
Explain.
you can't just ghost
Explain.
your kid. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I
You
mean
can.
niggas do ghost their kid. Come on, man.
Create a whole new family somewhere else.
Remember, the harder they fall. He Miles pulled that too. And we saw what happened.
I was listening to the Shannon Sharp and Roy Wood Jr. interview, and that's what he said his dad did. He, created a whole different family elsewhere.
That's I was gonna say that's definitely grounds to snap. Because we saw it with with Ronan.
I,
His mama left him, made a whole
that's
new
one
family.
that's one way to go about this situation. um,
They should make a sequel of this and call it Tip Cut Up Toes. And the son became like a serial killer and
look,
went after
killer.
his yeah. Because it
We're
shows
gonna
you
call him Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
no, because then you got to call him Rice Krispie. Huh? Rice Krispies. I used to put my ear to that dry ass cereal. But
Rice Krispie treats.
Rice Krispie treats was fire. But I he was like, yeah, I gotta. He said, we not getting better. But he didn't realize he was the problem. Like Carol
He
was
did.
so Carol was so understanding. He never thought he was the problem. He was like,
And
I gotta
where?
leave so I can be the man that you want me to be. She said, you need to want to be here.
And then I don't understand the whole thing with Rolfe. He went to his brother's house because he was in the bind
Yes.
after everything that was going on. But on the flip, at the end, she takes the whole child to the forest.
Yeah, because that's a house that she said she would always want to live in. She said, I hope one day I can own a home like this.
Did
So
you know
the
that? I missed it.
the brother-in-law has the home that you want, has the support that you need, and is affectionate.
Has she been? But has she been there? Has she been there prior to the end of the movie? I don't
She
recall her ever going there.
she moved in.
Yeah, I know what she did at the end. Before that, because I've seen 3.5 Men, three men and a baby. I've seen Two's a Company. I've seen Three's Company. I done seen every TV show where a woman just randomly moves into a house out of nowhere. And I was just like, what? How did she? She just went down there on a humbug. Like, can I stay here?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can. You good.
because she moved
What?
out. So she was just like, I'm bringing a baby with me. And the brother was like, you can stay here as long as you want. Anytime somebody says that you can stay here as long as you want,
You don't heard that before,
no,
girl?
no, I've never heard that. And I've never said it. And I've
I mean, you
never,
said it. I mean, you said it like you had history with the word.
no, 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 no. Those words don't even come out my mouth. No, no, no. I be
not,
trying not to put
not that
myself,
not that you said them, but maybe they've been spoken to you.
no.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Even when graduated from
I'm just,
college, my parents,
I told you I got you, bro. No, my bad. Back to you, Jay.
even with my parents, they didn't even say you can stay as long as you want. They didn't even say that. But for anybody else, like, nah, it's normally till you get on your feet, and that's like 2 weeks. I'm
Is that
joking.
what it meant?
No, I don't know what it means. I'm lying.
She can stay as long until she get on her tiptoes.
That's sad. Nah, that's kind of
I'm just
stupid.
there's a reach, a little reach.
But you know what? So the reason why I thought it was called tiptoes is you know why? Because our
I
toes are
don't.
smaller than our hands. So they're like the dwarfs.
Wait. What are you saying right now?
Like our toes are like
Small hands,
dwarfs. Yes.
big hands.
Our toes are small hands. So they're the dwarves. They're our dwarves. You still don't get it. Look at your
Huh?
feet right now. Look at your toes right now. You can be like, look at the dwarves. They're your dwarves. Now you get it. Now you see the vision. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna say that it's called tiptoes. But I have no idea why it's called tiptoes. But
Yeah. That's wild. That's what that nigga said. You know what? Love Vincent.
wait, what?
That nigga, Steve, he said, "Love my son." He just get in the car and just drive back to the city.
What he gonna do? She not taking him back. He not living up
You know
there.
what?
He said,
He
I'm gonna do
really
my
got the best.
best. He's not coming
He
back.
really, he really got the best situation, to be honest. Though, like think about all the you think about Twitter today, all the toxic breakups, the damaging of stuff, and the breaking of stuff, and um, what's the girl? You know, the baby daddy, baby mama. He just his kid and mama just in a forest, and he just get to go roam the street. He got to see. He ain't got to worry about running into them no more. Like that's a life.
They ain't
That
gonna
nigga
pop up at his
won.
favorite coffee shop. He ain't gonna see
That
his
nigga.
family nowhere. Jason, no, that's not good. That's she let him off the hook so easily.
If you was to break up with somebody, I think that would be the best way to do it. Well, that's the best scenario outcome you can have in
That
that
they move into the
situation.
woods. What the hell? Like, where your ex at?
It's not
Nigga in a
at least it's not
treehouse
the last house.
somewhere.
At least it's not the last house on the left. They in the woods,
A cabin in the woods.
a cabin, and you in the city. You ain't gotta worry about them no more.
But see, the thing is, well, it's her husband. They're not divorced. They didn't get a divorce. They probably separated, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like the red flags was there. She just decided to ignore them.
If you found out that your man messed up with a door, would you feel any more upset than if it was a regular size woman?
No, I wouldn't be upset at all. I would ask questions. I would want to know. I'd be like, so how was it? How did it start? I would ask questions. I'm not going to judge him like, oh, you one of them niggas? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, for real? Tell me more. But I'm very interested in knowing certain stuff. So if you was dating a chick and she was just like her ex was a dwarf.
I want to see pictures.
Oh, but what if wait. What if she
Not them
said,
pictures.
oh, but I was gonna say, what if she said they made a sex tape?
I'm not watching that.
But if she said it wasn't a short sex tape, what?
Man, that'd be crazy. Like, shoot. It's like, I mean, cause you know, when she get mad, you don't even hear like he did it.
What? Wait, what? Don't make that face.
I'm,
Don't. She gonna be like,
that's the
why
one
you
gonna make it. She said, that's the one I made. Talking about the little dude,
little dude?
the dude put it down. I didn't. What?
Ooh. So that would sting. First time
It
hearing it.
was.
It would sting. But then you got to talk yourself out of that pit of hurt to be like, well, they probably, I mean, I don't know.
There is no pit you can talk yourself out of. I'm not
Is
trusting
that
it.
said like somebody's 13th reason?
I don't. I mean, it could be. I mean, you know, you not being her,
I mean,
favorite
but
and
I
best
feel like
would
that
be.
could be something a lot of people could get off. They'd be like, I had an escort that put it down better than you. And she was cross-eyed and
Man,
had one arm and no
an
legs.
escort. I mean, that's her job. She's supposed to be better.
Oh, okay, that's expected. All right, so what's somebody else? But I mean, Doris Mike can put it down. I don't know. But I like you. We don't have anybody to call to can.
To
Yeah,
confirm that, yeah, no, no, we're not doing that. Mm-mm.
but I mean that's like oh. So would you if you dated somebody and they were in a relationship with somebody who had the Helen Keller and well, so it was a dude that had the Helen Keller and she was just like, oh, he put it down. Would that make you feel
They're
away?
going, they're going to jail.
Ooh, all
Whoever is
consensual.
dating Helen Keller,
If it was
how?
somebody with the Helen Keller, like all
How,
consensual,
how, how did they communicate that?
what you mean? She so Helen Keller was blind and deaf, right? Or was she was blind
Yes,
and
she was blind and deaf, so she couldn't talk. She couldn't hear it.
okay. So she was squeezing wrists like Ray Charles. So if you got a good wrist,
How do you know? How do you know the wrist squeeze is the right
the
wrist
noises.
squeeze? What noise was it?
Hmm, that's gonna get us that's gonna get us out of here. I'm not falling for it. Nope, you're not getting me. I almost did it though. I almost did, but I was like, nah, Jazz, you gotta chill because that's going beyond. But who do you think the biggest villain is from this movie? What?
It's Steven. The man left his family in the forest. Bro, this wasn't even a fantasy movie, nigga. This is real life.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a rom com. This is not a rom com.
You telling me Gary didn't give the performance of a lifetime? Hey,
I can't hear you.
that nigga Gary used to be sitting there with, with regular arms, and he'd be on his shoes.
Yo, This is one of those movies where it's like, how did this fly under the radar with such a large cast? But I do think the story that it was telling was very important. And if we got a remake of this in a more serious tone, I would absolutely watch it.
Who do
Absolutely.
you want to
Who
who do you
who
want
I
to
would
direct it?
direct it? You know,
Yes,
you know. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Tyler Perry would smoke this motherfucker down.
it's movies like this. It's movies like this. Why I just be like, you know what? Do what the fuck you want to do, bro. Because nigga, if you told me there would be a movie about, well, shit, did they steal this idea from Twins?
I've never seen that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and oh
And Danny
shit,
DeVito.
yeah, oh,
I don't remember the theme of that movie though.
they were twins.
But did somebody steal somebody's wife?
I don't remember I don't remember the plot. However,
I,
but they was actually like brothers.
I feel like Twins came out in the 80s though. 80s or 90s.
Early '90s, I feel like, because that's when Arnold Schwarzenegger started switching over into the different.
Yeah. He did Kindergarten Cop. Great
Yeah,
film.
he was.
But
Okay, so since you said that, hold on, Kindergarten Cop or what the fuck is that? It was another movie that came out of the '90s, man, and kid passed away though, or Sidekick.
I don't think I've seen Sidekick.
Damn, you can beat that. What's his name?
Was it called
Jonathan.
Sidekick?
Yeah, the guy, Jonathan Brandis. He passed away like in 2003.
Ah, okay. No, I
Oh
don't think
shit,
I've seen it.
he was in it too. That nigga had a
Yeah,
fucking
he
catalog.
was Richie.
Richie who?
He was he was that was the brother. He was in the first It movie. He was the
Yeah, he was in the original.
yeah. Well, no, he was in the like chapter 1 when they were younger. His
Yeah,
brother
he was
was the one who
Bill.
got Bill, that's his name, not Richie. Bill. You said he passed away?
He died in 2003. He
Oh,
unalived himself.
oh damn.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. But yeah, was there any other scenes that you wanted to discuss?
Just David Allen Greer,
His
boning
speech?
Sally at the party. Like you, of all places for your girl to get boned at, it can't be the party everybody at. They just be doing anything.
When I saw this and when like Sally was having all that drama, I said, damn, they go through drama like us. But then I was just like, yes. It's not like it's, I know it's crazy. Cause I'm like,
Not
Sally, you
like us.
messy as hell. Pop out and show niggas. But nah, Sally was out here wilding. She was just like,
Yeah,
you
nah,
know, I,
Sally.
she said, I'll stop dealing with him when we get back together.
Oh shit, no, that shit. No, when Rolfe was fighting
Yeah, when he's getting his
Sally
ass
boyfriend with
beat.
it, man, he was snatching him in the room. That shit, I said, bro, come on,
Did
bro.
you see him pull him out of Ralph tried to go out the door, he pulled it back in. So it was moments like that where I was just like, okay, the comedic element. But I said, this just seems so serious. Cause like,
But
why
you
you
know,
put
but the early 2000 movies, they had those comedic but serious tones to them. You know,
not like, not like, I'm not letting you get
You
that
don't
shit
think
off.
Friday didn't feel like that to you?
Not like this. Like this movie had me really sympathizing for them and the things that they have to go through.
You
Friday
didn't
did
feel
not
bad
have
for
me.
Smokey?
Hell Like
Even though
you getting
he
high
got
off
shot
your
at,
own supply.
but he got
Craig,
shot at.
you
That, I
got
mean,
fired on your day off.
that
Like,
happened. We ain't talking about Craig. We talking about we talking about Smokey. That nigga getting shot at. Cause
because
that
he
shit
was
switches.
smoking,
He's like,
because he was getting high. His
but I didn't
choice.
expect it to turn. I didn't expect it to turn like that,
He
though.
didn't get shot. He got shot at, but he didn't get shot. He was fine.
I mean, I agree with that.
But I just feel like with this movie, it definitely wants to teach you and inform you what individuals who are dwarfs, their families have to deal with. And I feel like with that type of message, you will want a movie with a more serious tone to where it's just like you want to make it fun to try to get more people to watch it. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like you have a really good story to tell. You shouldn't, you can make it serious, but that's just my thoughts. But was there any other scene that you wanted to discuss or go over? I do want to say I thought it was funny that Carol showed up at his job. Was like, I met your brother.
Bro, like she just shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up at your job because I just found out that you have a dwarf as a brother and you didn't even tell me this, and we're engaged and we've been living together for a year and a half, which means we've probably been dating for longer, and you didn't tell me anything.
No, they only
And
been together for a year.
she said
Nigga
they
moving fast.
she said they moved in together last May.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably were dating prior to that. So let's just say let's 2 years. But then like, are you dating somebody for 2 years and not meeting their parents?
Yeah, actually,
Damn. On us like
unless
dating
they
somebody
pull up.
seriously. I don't mean no
That's a little bit more.
situationship. You don't meet no situationship parents. The fuck? I don't want to meet them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
It's
Oh
not that crucial with me though.
man, they could have a whole family on you and you don't even know. Jason, like the jokes is cool, so it's whatever. This motherfucker got a whole family on this other side of the street. Don't know nothing.
Could she get that off
Who?
a woman?
I think she could. I've had a husband for 8 years. I've been getting this shit off for a while. Full of Issa.
You actually, you actually right. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. You ain't, I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Like a lot of dudes don't men don't be asking questions.
Not the right ones. I think people don't in general. Though.
Yeah, because the thing is the more questions you ask, the chances of them telling you something that you don't want to hear, which could ruin the expectations and the fantasy that you created for that situation.
You shouldn't have one anyway. Shouldn't be one anyway.
Oh, it's definitely there.
Why?
What? What you mean?
When you hit 30s, you shouldn't be in that. That is some 20-year-old shit. When you get 30, man, no.
Well, I'm still in my 20s, so I'm still there.
Nah, man, that's some 20-year-old shit.
Wait, you talking about have an expectation for somebody?
You said fantasy that you had, like the fantasy. I guess you mean like the allure of the situation. It sounds more like
I don't really know what I
as
meant.
opposed to to me. It felt like you meant like the allure of a situation, not necessarily what it is. Because you said it's like you have you going through that will ruin the expectation of what you think or maybe felt they were based on what you know.
Or what was shared. Because I guess it's one of the
Yeah.
things to where you kind of expect somebody that you're dealing with on a serious level to be transparent with you, but you have people that have the thought process of if you never ask me, I don't have to tell you that information. So if I don't come out and ask you, do you have a kid? You're not gonna tell me if you got a fucking kid when you do got a kid. but it never came up because you didn't share that. It's just like, well, shit, you didn't share that because I didn't ask. And it's just like, nigga, how you hiding a kid? But just like how he was hiding his family. She never asked him, is your family dwarfs? So he didn't feel the need to tell her.
Yeah.
But sometimes
That's
withholding information is still lying,
that's in a
depending on,
serious. That's in a serious.
yes, serious relationship, not a situationship, though it's
Yeah.
completely
So then
different
you ain't gotta.
rules.
So in that one, you ain't gotta say nothing.
Situationship, you, nah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like the reason why situationships flourish is because you don't have too many restrictions or rules unless that they have been established between you and the person you're in that situationship with. But
I can respect that.
nigga, don't be asking me. I'm married, so I don't know what the fuck people be doing and whatever they doing.
Free for all, free for all. But yeah, no, I don't think I had anything else. With the we broke it on down.
We
We
did.
broke it on down.
Got through that motherfucker quick. It might be the shortest one this year. But the reason why we are here, Jason, was it good though?
um, it was surprisingly yes. Um, yeah, surprise. But you know what? Mm, yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes. Jazz wasn't good though.
That thing was beating your ass just now. He was like,
I
I
had to
don't
think because
know.
I had to really think on that, like, because there's a lot of bad, but I think there's a lot of good, and where I fuck up at is the potential of the idea is where I get stuck at. In these was it good? Do I have to if I remove the potential part, then a lot of if I, the potential of something can definitely boost it a lot more for me.
But potential is
I get
that's
it. I get
okay.
it.
Okay.
I get it. I get it. Like they definitely like if this was done today, like I think they would nail it.
Yes, I agree. But was it good though? I'm gonna say yes. I enjoyed this. It surprised me of where the story was going.
So
Um,
shocker.
yeah, I was like, wait,
I was like, bro, them last 20 minutes, I'm just like, nigga, wait, why is there more movie?
yeah. I was I thought I was going to be vibing and laughing at this entire movie. I did not laugh really in this movie at all. I said, the fuck?
You you
This
niggas
is
upset me.
yes. Matthew upset me. Kate, get up off, like stand up. Stand up to him. Patricia, take out those fucking braids. But
You seen when Maurice got braids too, right?
oh my god, yes, in the park. I said, all right, Tyrion. But I did not do any what did you think those for this because I forgot. But we can do our Link of Thrones. This should be easy because it is a lot of people in this.
It is. Would you like to go first, young lady?
I can. So I'm gonna go with the one who pissed me off the most in this, Matthew McConaughey. And I am going to do Interstellar, which I saw for the first time last year. Amazing film.
Maze balls, as people like to say. And I am going with David Allen Greer because I would like to nominate. Oh, I told you
Blank
earlier.
Man.
I want to nominate Blank Man as a movie to be reviewed. J5. This. We've done. I think we've done 3 David Allen Greer films. No, we've done two. We did the one with Eddie Murphy, Boomerang, and of course now this one. I feel like he's been in something else, but he was in Tales from the Hood. There's 3 movies that we have done with David Allen Greer.
he was getting the niggas out of here with that. He was socking it
But yeah, I
too.
think, we gotta get Blank Man. That's what I think. I think that's. I gotta rewatch that, man. I seen that little trailer, not trailer, but I seen the little clip I sent you. Then I was like, yeah, this gotta be on here.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. But yeah, I didn't have anything else to add for this episode. Oh, we did another movie with David Allen Greer. They cloned Tyrone. Who was he in that? I do not remember, but it
He
is
was the
on.
pastor. He was the pastor.
They was in church in that movie?
Yeah, remember they went to church and then he was like, wait, they getting us with the music. They getting us with the music.
I don't. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Oh, damn, Gina. Yeah, you gotta watch that again.
I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah. But
Yeah,
oh, he was in
they
Jumanji
went to the
too.
he was in Jamaica. David Allen Greer got a low key. He low key got a catalog.
I'm gonna get you
He doesn't.
sucker.
He don't play like the hugest roles,
Right.
but he is when he does his stuff, it's known. Like this is this nigga.
Yeah.
Like bro, whatever him being in this is random. Like I wonder how they found. He probably just outside. And they were like, hey, you want to get in it? Yes, I do.
All you gotta say is there are 100,000 dwarfs in the United States living, and say it with some pizzazz,
Bruh, you can.
and put on this wig. I was so ready to be laughing at this movie, and I was just like, y'all took that away from me.
I laughed though. I got to laugh. I got to laugh because I guess, like I said, with me is more so. It is. I mean, for me, it's a bit more personal. So I did laugh at it because it ain't funny for real, but it was funny on here.
I laughed more at the
So
review of this movie than I did at the movie.
yeah.
But so
um, but yeah, man, this is one episode 179. 179. Next week for 180, the 40th year. The movie is 40 years old. Back to the Future. Marty, Doc, Biff. Don't fuck your mom. Yes, we we are taking it back to the future. Also, Jazz. I think maybe the last episode she possibly mentioned it, but Jazz was on the We Bout It, Talking Ish versus episode where they got to talk about they got to break down the verses. I've yet to listen to the episode. It is queued up on my podcast playlist that I have like 30 shits queued up. It just comes on whenever it comes on. So I'm bouncing in between music and podcast. So I can't wait to hear that. I finally got to look at the verses. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely a lot of people say felt like it was like a wash of it. I think it was very close. In the actual verses. There are some moments, a lot of moments in there. I do think Cash Money kind of they I don't know some of their moments wasn't as great. But did you have anything
I do want to
for the people there?
say, if you want to stream TipToes, it is currently on Tubi. And do you think Silk the Shocker talks and raps offbeat?
So he said he does it on he recently said he does it on purpose. So if you listen to him today, he raps on beat.
Okay.
That was his
His way to separate himself from all the other rappers.
from everybody. That was how he did that on purpose.
That's
He
what I
rapped
was
off beat on
telling
purpose.
Helena Anthony. I was just
Yeah, you
like, he
can't
did
you
that
can't
on
you can't you
purpose.
can't you can't you can't tell Helene nothing. You can't
I
tell
was
Helene
like, he
nothing.
was rapping for the future at the time. But nah, it definitely had a great conversation about that. Y'all check that episode out on the Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. And this is, like Jason said, episode 179.
9 179. We 21 away from 200.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Um, Scream 7 trailer is out. We're excited. Got to do something. Um, but yeah, right now we're just preparing for the end of the year. We got some ideas in the pipeline. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. So appreciate everybody that's still listening, still with us, chatting with us, trying to make this. It's gonna be a thing. I think look at this gonna be a thing. Like it's like we just started yesterday, right?
Nigga, like what? Late. We've been, we've been doing this for so long.
Man. But yeah, man. I guess until next time. This is What's Good Though podcast about movies, TV shows, and dwarfs. I am Jason.
And I am Jazz.
Until next time,
Y'all be safe, be
deuces.
blessed, be powerful.
Oh,
Moral of the story, don't sell yourself short. Is that what it was gonna be? I don't think
it wasn't, but that's good.
This is the Was It Good Though podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. Did you have one?
No, I can't think of it. I'm completely blank right now. I'm completely blank, but that was good.